Okay, everybody, like I said, we need to feed the Brachypelma emilia male. So we're going to try a super worm. We're going to try and tongue feed him and see if he's interested. Yeah, there you go, big boy. He's so pretty. Brachypelmas are a lot of fun. I really enjoy Brachypelma. I haven't really had any that I've had issues with. My boehmei's a little bit flicky, but not too bad. If I don't mess with him or if I don't rattle his cage a lot, then he really isn't. He just kind of hangs in there and does his thing. But if I get too crazy with him, he definitely will get a little crazy. So let's change the camera angle, see if I can get you guys a little bit closer and see if we can get some good fang action. Okay, the only way to really do this is to kind of hold the tripod as still as I possibly can, which isn't going to be very still, I can tell you that right now. I'm going to go ahead and feed a few more Brachypelmas in this video, so we'll let him do his thing. We'll probably feed the albiceps, the hamorii, and the boehmei, and probably the shortdairy. Okay, let's move on to the next Brachypelma. Okay, so we're going to try and feed Obi, see if Obi is interested in this monster-sized roach. I'm going to take that as a big fat yes. Obi's going to bring it out. Fight it, buddy, fight it. This should tide him over, hopefully, to his next molt. He's fighting this one hard. Let's turn him around. Okay, you can see him fight. That roach is fighting for its life, although it's kind of futile at this point. I'm going to try and do this type of stuff a little bit more. You know, generally I do a feeding video, we feed, we watch it bite, chew, you know, grab, and then I kind of just, either I talk a bunch or, you know, we don't get really good close-up footage. So I think what I'm going to start doing is, you know, we'll try to catch the takedown, and then, you know, a little bit after, and then we'll try and get some different angles of them, and I think that's going to be better footage. I think. I mean, I'm enjoying this right now. This is phenomenal to me, even with these air vents right here that are kind of, you know, makes the whole entire thing kind of ugly. But yeah, where are you going, buddy? He's got to really wrestle this pal. These roaches went through 4 oranges. These are the dubia roaches. Went through 4 oranges in a matter of probably 2 hours flat. My red runners, they never even finished the oranges that I put in there. I just kind of nitpick. So today's got to be removal of those oranges, and then probably refeed the dubias, because I did buy a bag of oranges this time instead of just getting 1 or 2. I bought a bag, stuck in my refrigerator, and Okay, let's try to get a better view. Okay, you can see the struggle. I mean, roach is really fighting. Of course it doesn't want to die. I mean, that's just, every animal's going to struggle when something's got teeth stuck in it. I mean, if a cheeseburger could struggle when you bit it, I'm sure it would. We might add the Brachypelma vagans to the list too. I'm not really quite sure what she's looking like. She was a little large in the abdomen. I'd like to get her into another molt because she will definitely move out of one of these, what she's in next, into something bigger. Okay, well, I think that's pretty good footage of Obi. Let's try and get some more. Who will be next? Well, looks like the Brachypelma vagans female is the first one on top, so we'll probably grab her, and then we'll have the albiceps and short-airy and the boehmei, and then we'll wrap this up. Okay, so here is the Brachypelma vagans female. We'll see if she's, yep, man, she's hungry too. Oh, you could hear the crunching of that one. Holy monkeys. Nice view there, dear. Can I take those stupid plants out? Will you let me? I know I wanted to do it last time, but... Okay, let me try and get a better view. Okay, well, we'll see how much she gives us a view of. She did let me take those plants that she just wrecks out without any fuss or fight. Now, she really isn't that huge in her abdomen, but again, this should really plump these guys up a little bit and get them closer to the molt here, you know, by, I'd say, early summer. Well, summer's what, a couple days away, right? So maybe midsummer, get these guys molted into bigger spiders by sometime the end of July-ish. But we'll see. I mean, you know how brachypelmas are. They grow rather slowly. I don't think we're going to get any fang action from her. She's got that roach down underneath that log. I don't think she really particularly cares for her leverage that she has right now, because the roach is on the ground. You're going to see her try to lift it up. She needs to get it up off the ground so it doesn't struggle so much. There you go. Yeah, I'd take that one out too, but you're kind of attached to that one. Come on, get it out of there. Trying to get some nice photos too. What I'm trying to do for my Eerie Arachnids page on Facebook is compile an album of, we're going to start with the Brachypelmas. Oh, there, she's got it now. Try to get an album of just my Brachypelma, you know, not albopilosum, but Brachypelma species, period. Try to get pictures of all of them and put them all in one place so everybody knows what I have. The problem is my classy is, I can never get it to go anywhere other than way down where it's at, and it likes to hide underneath a log down in the burrow area. And of course my little tiny albiceps is just a dot. I could get a picture of it, but not the easiest thing in the world to do. Are you clear? There's a nice picture though right there, huh? Okay, let's move on. Looks like the Shorderi is sitting out, so we'll try and grab the enclosure so it runs back in its hide like it always does, and try to feed that one. Then the boehmei and albiceps. I don't know which. Albiceps will probably be last because it's in the other stack of enclosures. Okay, so this guy's already flicking hairs, so this may be interesting. We shall see if he will stop flicking enough to turn around. See, there he goes. I don't want those hairs all over me. Better get it. Oh, you guys aren't even in focus. There you go. Let's get a better view. Okay, well there he is. He is fighting. To wrangle that thing. This is the second Brachypelma boehmei that I've ever had. The first one I got in from Tanya, Fear Not Tarantulas. I actually got it as, I think it's about two inches or so. Unsexed, the first molt, it was, you know, a confirmed male. So a friend of mine, Ruth from Mostly Reptiles, you guys watched my stuff before, you know who I'm talking about. She has a boehmei female that was, you know, a large juvenile, getting close to sub-adult, and I was like, hey, why don't I send you this guy, and then when she gets old enough, he can breed with her. Still may take another year or so before he's ready, but you know, when he is, you'll have him already. You don't have to worry about it. So I sent him to her, and then I ended up getting this one. Again, this one was about an inch and a half, inch and 3/4, maybe 2 inches when I got it. It was a suspected male, and it's confirmed male now, which is fine. But these ones are super flicky for some odd reason. I'm not really quite sure what it is with this species themselves of the Brachypelma that makes them want to be that much more flicky, but they do seem to be that way. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've had other ones flick. The only one that I've never really had flick, my Avopilosums and my vagans have never really done it. My little Baumgarteni that I have doesn't, but the one I think that my brother has flicked a couple times for him. My albiceps has never flicked either, so we'll find out if he stays true to that here, because he's coming up next. So let me take a photo of this guy, and then we shall take and get the albiceps out. Probably feed him a nice juicy cricket, or cricket. Yeah, we'll feed him a nice juicy cricket. I mean a nice juicy dubia roach. Okay, so there's this dude. We don't have a full adult size dubia, but we do have a pretty good sized one for him. Oh, he's all over it. Man, he's upside down. He's doing his job. Fight that puppy. I have a really good shot because that plant is creating a shadow, but he is still upside down. That's about the strongest I've seen him really go after anything. Sorry about that out of focus there. I guess it was picking up something different. Must have been from my tongs. You can see he's not letting go. As much as he's upside down and probably is not happy right now, he's not letting go. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Let me get this plant out of here for you. I can do that. I'll give you some footing. I actually kind of like that plant, just the looks of it, but I've had some tarantulas that have definitely flipped over on their backs to take something down, but never had. See, the problem that we have right here is you can see what's going on. The issue that this tarantula has is that the roach is all over that plant, and it's got a foothold. So the spider's got to do one of two things: either let it go and try to reattach, flip back over, or just continue to sit there until the venom does its work. You can see how much. Boy, he looks male, very male. Well, he is male. At least there hasn't been anything in the molt says it otherwise, but you know how that works anymore. I've had 2 tarantulas now, Grammostola pulchripes, that all the way up to 2.5 inches. Male, nothing, saw nothing. Macro lens, nothing that even indicated female. And then boom, male, or female. And then my Euapolatrus campestras you guys saw before, all the way through. She's a little bit bigger even. Male. The ventral looked male. Everything looked male. Molt, female. So I still am holding out hope for these guys. You know, some of these Brachypelmas that just maybe, you know, you just never know, hoping. Come on now. You can flip back over. That's kind of interesting though, don't you think? How long is it going to take for him to flip back over? I mean, my albopilosum female, the roach is dead now, probably about 5 minutes ago, and she just left it. I believe she left it kind of wet. Oh no, she picked it back up now, and she's doing the walking tall. She's standing, you know, very, very high in the air. Of course, she was in a video all on her own. But this is, let's try and give you guys a side view so you guys can see what's going on. That didn't work out so well. As soon as I started to rotate, the albiceps there kind of turned. Now the roach is no longer attached to the plant, but the tarantula is, so I can't really move. I have to move the plant out of your way, dear, and then you can try and flip back over now. Sorry if that went out of focus on you. I mean, this is like a, you have to watch it to the end. It's like a, look at that, we're in the burrow now. Which, honestly, this spider does not use. He or she is never, ever in that burrow. Some of you guys are like, grab popcorn right now, or just rooting for this guy to flip back over. Sitting there like, come on, you can do it. I know I am. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll pause here. When and if this little guy flips back over or comes back out with this thing, then we will, oh, maybe we won't have to wait. Yeah, you got this. You know what everybody wants to see is that beautiful cream gold carapace of yours. Okay, hold on. Let's pause and then we'll pick it back up. Okay, guys, we're about 20 minutes into this upside down tarantula. We're trying to finally get it flipped. I was laughing earlier because I was just thinking to myself, you know, like how long can you hang upside down before you know your blood starts gravitating towards your head and giving you a headache. So I wonder how long they can flip upside down without the hemolymph going to their head. Not that you know, I mean, I'm just kidding around, of course. I was just thought it was kind of funny that I was thinking about that. But you can see he's Now the roach is down below, and he's pretty much got it to where he wants it, but it's still alive. 20 minutes. So my big thing is this with roaches. If I can feed dubia roaches to these guys, tong feeding them like this, they are by far probably the best. I believe they are. The problems that I have with them is, of course, I can't get all of them to eat them, and if you don't tong feed them and they don't take it right away, of course they will run and bury themselves. And if you're trying to chase down a dubia roach in their enclosures, then you're not really paying attention to what the spider's doing, and next thing you know, you have an escapee. But if it's a matter of I'm just going to feed and just shoot to watch them hunt, then the red runner roaches are so much better. Way better for that. And I actually, Amy volunteered. Well, she didn't volunteer. She told me before. A friend of mine, Amy, she's one of the admins, one of the ones that, you know, we started the tarantula community together. Her and her son Quentin and myself. She's got a whole boatload of them. I think when she ordered them, she probably ordered like 10 grand. So I had asked her, because she said, "Oh, you shouldn't have ordered them. You should just ask me. I would just sent you some." And I was like, "Crap." But the ones I ordered were all smaller, and they're going to work out real good for, you know, the small juveniles in slings. So I had asked her, I was like, "Hey, you know, do you have a bunch of bigger ones, you know, sub-adults, adults, and stuff that you know, you can spare, you want to get rid of?" And she's like, "Ah, yeah, I'll send you some." So she's in Nebraska this week. I don't know what's in Nebraska other than the College World Series, but I know she did say she was watching baseball, so I'm assuming that's where she's at. So she said she'd send them to me next week, so that's going to be kind of cool. We'll start. I want to eliminate crickets altogether. I really do. I'd almost prefer to eliminate worms altogether too, and just use the worms for the geckos. But there's still a few things that I have to see. You know, like the tailless whip scorpions seem to do a little bit better with the crickets. But if we get the appropriate size red runners, they would probably be okay with those too. So that's going to be my plan. So, okay, well, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoyed filming this one more than it's been a while since I really enjoyed filming this much. I mean, this has been a lot of fun for me. Oops, getting the close-up shots, and you know, I think we weren't completely in focus there, were we? Getting the close-up shots and the fang actions and some different feeding. I mean, I tong fed every single one of them except for the boehmei. I put the worm down, but got some really good takedowns, some really good close footage. So I'm pretty pleased with what we have so far. I hope the video turns out well. And we'll do an update video on the Belfories. I know already a couple people asked me how much webbing they've done, and I really haven't looked. I know one is over by the water dish by itself, and then there was one in the opposite corner of the water dish yesterday for the most time, for the most of the evening. But when I looked this morning, just to glance over there were 3 of the 5 were out, one by the water dish, the other 2 were just kind of roaming around, but I don't see any particular webbing yet. So, okay, well, you know the routine, right? Up above there's a bell if you want to get notifications. A lot of people aren't getting notifications. It's not just from my videos, it's other videos. I have a bunch of people I have the bells hit for, and I'm actually only getting notifications for 2 people. And that's only when they go live, so I don't know what's going on with this bell thing. But hit it, see what happens. Like, comment, subscribe, share, send me a message, whatever you want to do. And happy keeping.